Okay, we are going to go over, God, I sound like a teacher. All right,
There was a
this,
test at the end.
yeah, there's going to be a test on this, so pay attention. These are the Pod Racer, or this is the Pod Racer collection part of the Star Wars collection. Now, I will say right off the bat, there is one more figure pack. It is from the Saga collection, I believe, or the Trilogy collection. I can't remember, but we already have a video of it. It is part of a deluxe pack. There is Dud Bolt and Mars Guo. It's a 2-pack, and they are in the 2-pack deluxe pack with Gragra, the alien lizard food dealer. Whenever that Jar Jar takes food from, whenever right before they, or right after they meet Anakin, right before they meet Sebulba. Well, anyway, so yeah, those are in another video. We've already made a video, and you'll see them there. Didn't bother bringing that with us, but anyway, this is what we got that we haven't shown you for the Pod Racer collection. We'll start right off the bat with what's in front. You can see everything here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different pieces here. I'll just put these over to the side, and we'll just go through these one by one as I pull them out of the stack I'll have over here. Now, I have kind of the worst condition ones up front, which I normally wouldn't do, but we'll talk about everything. Okay, first thing first, the Target exclusive
Toys R Us.
Oh yeah, not Target. Yeah, the Toys R Us exclusive Pod Racer pack. It comes with 5 Pod Racers. It comes with Dud Bolt, Mars Guo, Clegg, Holdfast, Gasgano, and Teemto Padgeles. Now, I could be butchering these names and I wouldn't know it. That's just, that's how it looks like it's pronounced. 5 of the not so popular pod. I mean, they're not main pod racers, but they just look weird. Gasgano is the 4-armed long neck guy. Teemto Padgeles is the one that has his pod racer. He sits in like the circular shaped seat. And if you know anything, Robbie, if you know anything more about these when I'm talking about them, chime right in, because I don't know too much about them.
Doesn't the four-arm one have the 4-engine pod racer? I can't remember.
I can't remember specifically what their pod racers look like.
I'm slowly trying to remember from the game.
Oh yeah, the pod racer game is really fun. GameCube or PlayStation, whatever you can get it on, it is a lot of fun. Clegg Holdfast is the bird, horn head, weird looking beaked guy. You see him real briefly, I think only in the special edition. I might be wrong about that, but I think it's only in the special edition. Mars Guo is the green lizard guy that Sebulba messes up. I think he throws something in his engine. And
pulls something off of it, I think.
Or pulls something off of him or something. No, he throws something. He throws something back, and it lands in his engine, and then he growls, and then he crashes. Yeah. It's near the end of the race. If you watch the scene, that's him. And Dud Bolt is the pig, the blue pig, electric pig looking guy. He kind of looks like a combination of a pig, a sawfish, and an anglerfish, and a person kind of thing. Really strange. But the neat thing about this pack is it comes with the flags. I don't know how well it can be, how the flags can be seen, but it does come with the flags. Now I'm going to look at it and see if it, yeah, it just comes with that particular racer's flag. The one for Clegg Holdfast is a little bit warped a little bit. But get a look at the back. It has it's not a scene of the actual characters, it's a scene of the figures, kind of all set up there, which is kind of cool. And it looks like each character does come with a gun or a rifle or something. team toe pad. You know, each one comes with their goggles. It looks like removable goggles or a removable hat or one or the other. They're pretty good detail figure. But I don't really know too much more to say about this one. I mean, if you take them out of the pack, you could make the whole scene there. This is the only. I think this may be the only time that Clegg Holdfast was released, but I could be wrong about that. That I actually don't know, because I haven't seen any other series or toy line that has Clegg Holdfast, which is the guy. I guess, you know, from my point of view, it's a second all the way over to the left, but from yours it might be different. But the one on the very end is Team Topagales, and then this is Dud Bolt right in the middle, then Gasgano, then Mars Guo. But yeah, I'm sure these are on eBay. I think I actually just saw one not too long ago. They're not too expensive. It wasn't that. I mean, it wasn't that bad whenever I got it. I actually bought it from Toys R Us whenever we just randomly made a trip to Toys R Us looking for Star Wars stuff, and we found this, and I was like, oh, perfect. I don't remember how much it was, though, like 20 bucks?
Yeah.
I think it was like 20 bucks. So I jumped all over that, because that was one of my favorite Star Wars scenes when I was younger. Next, from the Phantom Menace, the Vintage Collection, is Rats, Tyrell, and a Pit Droid. Now, his character comes with, just making sure I got this right, it is a character debut. It comes with his little blaster and his visor hat. So if he was wearing it, he would look like an accountant or a frat boy.
Poker
a
player.
little midget frat boy with a big pointy head. But he's a little tiny fella. He crashes into one of the stalagmites or stalactites in the cave during the pod race. And in one of the, it's either a deleted scene or as part of the special edition or something, it actually shows his family like cry after he hits the thing. It's sad, but it's kind of funny. Again, this is part of the Vintage Collection. You know, the packaging is not in great shape. And one quick thing, I know my hands they look really dirty. I'm a painter, so I've still got a lot of paint on my hands and just crap under my fingernails. I know. I wash my hands, but they're still a mess. But whatever. So yeah, the packaging or the card is not in great shape. It's been punched. It's got a full bend right there. A little bit of looks like shelf wear. A little bend up here. So not in great shape, but I believe this was I got this at Five Below. That's where I think I got it, but I could be wrong. You know, it says Kenner, but you know, I think that was after Kenner was sold. So, but he's kind of a goofy little guy. I'm sure you can probably get it for fairly cheap on eBay. Next, another character debut, part of the Phantom Menace Vintage Collection, packaging, card, and well, not the bubble's okay. The bubble's great, but the card is awful. I know. Is not Gasgano. Is Ben Quadraneros with a Otoga 220 or 222 droid, and it comes with a blaster. Ben Quadraneros has the 4 engine. You know, the crossed beam, whatever, pod racer. He looks like a flea with a giant face. Yeah, the packaging is in awful shape. Or God, I keep saying package. The card is in awful shape. All bent to hell. Bent all down here. The little hanger is all screwed up. But this is the only one I ever saw in stores, and I got this years ago. These were released in 2012, and 2011, and I got it in 2011. So I got it right when it was released. Let's see what's next. We'll do the Power of the Jedi ones. Now these are in better shape. Still not great. There's a bend all right here in the card, but other than that, in pretty good shape. A lot of these, the bubbles are the main thing. But this is the what their name are. Oh yeah, Fode and Bede, something like that. The two-headed alien that announces or is the announcer for the show, or the commentators. You know, one speaks one language, one speaks another. They're really obnoxious, in my opinion. But let's see what it has. The you know, a lot of either all or a lot of the Jedi, the power of the Jedi, have the extra little card. I think they all did, but I could be wrong about that. Oh, 8 info-packed pages. Okay, I didn't realize it was that many. But anyway, his little card on the back says, reporting live from the press box at the Mos Espa Arena, the two-headed Troig, Fode and Bede has long been a mainstay, you know, something or other. Just basic information. Their figure doesn't come with anything, but they do have a tail. You know, I didn't realize they had a tail until I saw their figure. But it doesn't come with any blaster or anything like that. It's just them. Sticking with kids. Here is Power of the Jedi. Again, this one is of Anakin. He's got his, I think it was a pit droid. Not a pit droid. I'm not sure what kind of droid that is that's with him. I think it's the same kind that was in Ben Quadraneros' pack. But this one's blue. He's a mechanic, you know. It's kind of like the scene of him working on, you know, or working on some kind of mechanical work, sitting in Watto's shop. Whenever he asked Padme if she was an angel, that scene right there is kind of what he's set up for right here. But he kind of goes with the pod racers because he is a pod racer, and this is basically, you know, the closest thing to a pod racing Annie you can find, except for there may be one of him actually like with the helmet. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look that up.
There's one that comes with his pod racer, like the pod racer vehicle.
The full size?
Yeah, I think one does come with the helmet.
If that's the case, then I'd really like to get that.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Sebulba's. But I'm sure they go for a lot. But you know, I'd like it to see if there's a character. I'll look that up. But anyway, you know, he's got a wrench up there or something like this, some kind of tool. But he kind of goes with the rest of the pod racer, or he sits in the collection with the rest of the pod racer because that's the closest thing that I've seen to it. Next is Odi Mandrell, and with a Toga 222 pit droid. So that's what that thing was. It was the same thing that was in Ben Quadraneros' pack. It's in Gasgano's pack. It's in Anakin's pack, except it's blue in Anakin's. Real quick, let me take another look and see. Yeah, it's just Odi and the droid. Odi, his only time you really see him, he takes a pit stop, and he's telling I think he's popular for having like 3 pit droids or something. He has like a record 3 pit droids or something. And he's fussing at him to like hurry up or something, and one of them gets sucked into his engine and blown out the back, and then, you know, comes out unscathed, and he's like, oh no. So that's where you see him, and it does have a Comtech chip. I would really like to hear that one. If you can find your comm reader and we can make a video of that, then I will go find a open Comtech chip.
I think I've got it. I think I've had that figure before, so I think I've got it. If I can find all the chips, I had them on a chain.
Really?
I had all of mine because I opened all of mine.
Well, if you can find it, then we'll do that review at some point. Okay, let's see. And I didn't mean to say earlier. I just realized I didn't mean to say Gasgano and Ben Quadraneros and Anakin have the Otoga 222 pit droid. I meant to say Odi Mandrell and Ben Quadraneros and Anakin have it. if that's what I said. If I said Gasgano, I didn't mean that, because this is Gasgano. He has the regular pit droid, the one where you hit him in the nose, and that's how it makes him get little. It doesn't actually do that. The figure doesn't. But there is a figure in a Jar Jar pack that I know is scrunched up. It may come back up, but I know it's scrunched up in the pack. But anyway, this is pretty basic. It's just Gasgano and the pit droid. Again, it's got the Comtech. It's episode 1. I mean, there's not really much to say about Gasgano. He's the 4-armed guy, and you see him at the beginning. He waves 2 or 4 of his hands or something. But that's his figure. Other than, the packaging shape, the bubble is cracked at the bottom and it's kind of yellowed. This, I think, was kept not climate. I don't think it was kept climate controlled, because it doesn't. The bubble cracking doesn't seem like it's from actual, impact damage. It seems like it's just been worn out, because it's also yellowed. There's a crease in it right here, a little bit of a fold, a
Kept
bend.
in an attic.
It was probably just thrown on the floor in an attic, but a lot of these guys I've had for quite some time, and the ones in worse shape, it was just because it was the first time I saw them. This was right when I was just starting to collect Star Wars figures, still in the pack. That was just when I was starting to collect them and keep them in the pack and not open them. So it was at that point, it was mainly just to start getting the numbers up, not necessarily to have great quality stuff. It was just to have stuff. And the last one we'll go over is the individual Teemto Padgeles, or however you pronounce his name. His character comes with a, just drop something. It comes with a spider droid, and something like you press the button on the top of it, the spider droid right here. You press the button on the top of it, and it opens its legs like a claw, like in the claw game, like you see in the Walmarts and the arcades where it comes down and gets the candy. It's the same kind of concept, really. And it picks up, it looks like just a broken piece of Pod Racer. And there's Teemto, and he's got his fancy big goggles right up here, removable. See if there's anything else in there that I missed. Doesn't look like it. No, that's it. Doesn't have a picture of his Pod Racer, but he did have a pretty cool Pod Racer, because he sat in that like circular shaped seat. But that's from the Phantom Menace. I guess this was Saga Collection, or I can't remember which. I think that's what it was. So yeah. Really not too. I'm constantly at a loss of word. I'm trying to figure out more to say about these, but there's really not that much more to say without just beating it to death. But yeah, that, as far as I know, that is all the different packed Pod Racer figures. Like I said,
Aside from Sebulba.
Oh yes, aside from Sebulba, I do have a Sebulba, but it is a 3-pack scene from episode 1. It's not a pod racing scene. It's from when they first meet Sebulba and he is about to kick Jar Jar's ass. That's why we didn't bring that one. That's kind of off the subject. I don't have an individually packed Sebulba, but I should get one, but then I don't know where I'll put it, because I have just enough room for all the pod race stuff. But we'll figure that out. But the Sebulba figures are out there, just individual Sebulba. They're definitely out there. I used to have them. There's one other set as part of the Saga collection or the Trilogy collection. I can't remember. It's one or the other, where it's got the rounded bubble that takes the whole width of the card, and it's black, and it says it in the bottom corner. That's either the Saga collection or the Trilogy collection, something like that. I can't remember. But that one has Dud Bolt and Mars Glow, like I said earlier. We reviewed that in another video. It's either part of the value pack or multi-pack video, or it has its own. But we have a few videos that are of multi-packs, like where it was individually packed carded figures in a cardboard, holder, or plastic holder kind of thing that keeps them together. Instead of buying one figure, buying two for the price. Instead of buying two for the price of two, you can, or instead of buying one for the price of one, you can buy two for the price of two. So, but anyway, that's the Pod Racers, and next time we'll do something different. All right, peace.
Peace.